As an accountant who works with several business owners and entrepreneurs, I've come to understand that there are specific challenges and pain points which will no doubt affect many entrepreneurs at some point of running their business, okay? And these particular challenges have the potential to significantly impact your revenue generation for your business, which of course means it will affect the sustainability of that particular business that you're running. Now, when we're talking about making money in your business, it really boils down to two specific points. The first point is, how low are you able to keep your business expenses? And the second point really boils down to how much money, how much income are you able to generate over the course of this particular business? So let's dive into some of the key challenges and specifics around what might actually impact your revenue generation and why you as an entrepreneur might not be making as much money as you probably might have expected to. First reason an entrepreneur might not be making as much money as they expect is your business model. Okay, you are simply using the wrong business model. Now, believe it or not, having the wrong business model can be the difference between your business being profitable or not profitable. And a wrong business model might be costing you significantly within your business. So your business model, at the very least, needs to consider the pros and cons of one, the products or services that you're offering. It really needs to have an underlying research behind it that supports that particular business. Okay, so it's very important to think about why it is you want to create that product, why it is you want to offer that service, and what benefits there are to providing that particular product and service to the market as it stands. If you fail to do this, then how do you know whether the best thing for you is to have a product-based business? How do you know that you aren't better suited to actually having a combination of a product-based business and a service-based business? So having the right business model can really help you assess some of these key issues from the get-go, and it could help you actually prevent wastage in terms of time and in terms of money spent into building a business that ultimately becomes unprofitable. Next reason you might not be making as much money as you probably expect to within your business is that you're simply paying much higher taxes than you should. Now, I get it. Many people who start their businesses are not exactly tax professionals or accountants, or they're not just financially savvy, okay, when it comes to understanding the figures behind their business. But one thing you definitely want to keep on top of is the figures behind, your taxes, okay? How much taxes are you paying? And making sure that you are not paying more taxes than you should. Because an easy way that many people make this mistake is the fact that they are simply not claiming as much tax allowable expenses as they could be, okay? And they're not claiming it because they are not aware that they could be claiming it. So this goes back to my point about actually making sure that if you don't have the financial expertise, if you're not, financially savvy enough to understand the business finances, it is always best to make sure that you liaise with an accountant who can look at what the most tax efficient strategies might be to help you actually minimize the taxes that you are paying within your business, because taxes, whether you like it or not, are going to form quite a significant amount of expenditure when it comes to running your business, and it will significantly impact the profitability of your business. But it's not in all cases, but definitely in the vast majority of cases, this is a problem that I see time and time again. Now, this next point is something I absolutely have to share with you guys, and that is around the laws and regulations. Now, what do I mean by this? I'm really talking about many business owners not understanding how to navigate the laws and regulations when it applies to running a business here in the UK. Classic example here is, say you are a non-resident of the UK and you're looking to start a business in the UK, or you've already started your business in the UK, but then you are hit by penalties, you are hit by fines, okay, as a result of not understanding the laws and regulations of running your business in the UK. This is something that I see time and time and again. Now, obviously those fines, those penalties, or those additional taxes, whatever it comes in the form of, will really impact the bottom line of your business. So this is going to be a key one here. And I think this particular point is one that is very easily missed by many entrepreneurs, whether they are UK based or not. It is going to be key for you to understand what policies, what rules, what regulations are in existence in the UK, and more importantly, how it affects your business. Okay. Every year, for instance, in the UK, we get what is known as the autumn statement, and we also get the spring statement, okay? And within these statements, usually there will be new laws, okay, particularly tax laws. There'll be new rules that many business owners will have to abide with, okay? And if you're not careful, if you're not keeping on top of these new rules and regulations, you will definitely be hit by a fine or a penalty at some point, and that is going to impact your bottom line. Let's talk about pricing for a minute here, because pricing, no doubt, is definitely one of those factors that will impact your business and your business's ability to generate good, sustainable revenue. And at some point of running your business, you will definitely have this question in mind, which is, how much exactly should I be charging for my products and for my services? The wrong price will have serious consequences for your business finances, okay? And I'm talking in a negative way. However, when you're thinking about pricing, you really want to consider the two extremes of what could happen if the price you're setting is not the right one. Because if you're charging a price that is too low, then one of the risks that you're taking is that you are not going to be able to recoup enough money to actually pay for your overhead costs. You're not able to recoup enough money to actually cover the cost of even making that product, okay? Let alone being able to pay yourself as a business owner that is running that particular business. Now, on the extreme end of it, if you're charging a price that is ridiculously high, then you risk actually not being able to get as many customers. You also might, risk the fact that the business is not going to be sustainable for a longer period of time, particularly if there are other competitors in the market whose prices are comparatively much lower than what you charge. So it's important for you to carry out a thorough exercise around what is going to be the optimum price to charge for the product and or the service that you are providing. Now that leads me on to my next point, which is around diversification of your income sources. Now, regardless of what business it is you run, you will need to think about diversification of your income if you're really looking at making quite a bit of money in the long term. This is because over-reliance on just one single product or just one single service alone is not going to cut it, okay? Instead, you should be thinking about the multiple service offerings, the multiple product offerings that you can provide to your customers. Now, the way to go around this is to make sure that you are consistently listening to your customers. What is your customer reviews saying? What is your customer feedback looking like? Carry out surveys if you need to. Think about the complementary products or even the complementary services that you can offer alongside what it is you currently offer. I think that's a very good way to go about it when you're looking at how can I broaden, the service offerings or the product offerings that I'm currently offering to my clientele base. Whilst we're on the topic of making money as an entrepreneur, I think it's really important for you to have a solid understanding of your business expenses, especially the unexpected business expenses that can arise when you are running your business. I've given all the information in this video here, so click here to watch it now.